Welcome back, everyone, to episode 3 of Let's Play Cold Waters in our 1968 campaign, or really I can almost say episode 1 of a new 1968 campaign that will be continuing because of the unfortunate torpedo issue we had in the previous episode. Now, I actually have been in contact with the Killerfish development team, or support staff I should say, which will supposedly go to the development team eventually. I pointed out the problem with torpedoes not being able to connect to low draft ships. I also got some help from I think Aquila, one of the user who left a comment on the 1984 campaign, and he actually even provided a video of how to hit these surface ships with your Mark 37s. So my Mark 16s are the ones that there's just a huge problem with. And the biggest issue I have with this is not that they don't physically hit the ships, which would cause them to hit and whatever. It's just that the unrealistic part of it isn't that there's no magnetic detonations. There's no proximity detonation via magnetic trigger. And this is the way I think all torpedoes would be used at this point in time. There was problems in World War II with this, but they were mostly fleshed out by the end of World War II. I mean, I'm mostly familiar with the German magnetic fuses and the American magnetic fuses, but that's the way that these torpedoes were generally armed, was through magnetic proximity. So this is actually even a reason why in the first series people were saying, why aren't you getting hit by those torpedoes which are so close that they would actually be triggered? And it was a good point. Anyway, so I'm not playing the game the way it would be played. I'm not piloting or captaining or commanding a submarine the way you'd command one in real life, because we're going to take advantage of the game mechanics. I mean, we have to. We're living in the game mechanic world. So we're restricted to that. And in this case, it means that we're restricted to non-magnetic detonations. And that's the big problem for me, is these Mark 16s, when they go underneath a frigate, that's the point when they would, regardless of running underneath, running deep, they would trigger and they would blow those things to pieces. So it didn't happen, and I'm like 95% sure without looking up the specs of the Mark 16 that they had magnetic fuses as well. And I'm almost positive the Mark 37s had to, since they were underwater. You don't expect to hit submarines by guidance. You usually just want to get close enough to trigger, and like the same way depth charges work. Just impact the water next to them, which water translates force pretty well. So, okay, that said, let's go ahead and try the Skipjack version 2. And hey, what do you know? We're the USS Shark once again. That's awesome. To finish my thought, though, I did get in touch with the development team, the support staff, and we had actually fired a few emails back and forth. So they are aware of the problem, and I did send them pictures, and I'll probably send them another follow-up email with a link to the specific time point. I think it's around 14 minutes in the previous episode where the torpedo actually ran underneath the poti. The N1 was just like me kind of being on tilt when I breached the surface and was shot down by guns. Kind of cool that mechanic is in the game. It's not something that'll happen with submarines very often, since submarines, nuclear submarines, which we'll be in charge of, don't have to surface to refuel the batteries. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem for us, but we had that problem there just because of my own negligence. I was so focused on trying to get the torpedoes to hit, and I don't think it's even possible. Aquila or whatever, the user I was talking about, he showed me how to do it with the Mark 37s. You let them home in. I was previously launching Mark 37s and they would not hit, but that's because I was wire guiding them. So what I would do in the future, I will try in this series maybe, is actually let the Mark 37s guide their way in. Now, the 17 knot limitation is going to be extremely limiting in our ability to target surface ships. Surface ships are already like devastating, so this is going to be even harder. Okay, so let's see. This is a replenishment tankers and tenders mission. Greenland Sea. Okay, enemy warships. So it's all surface contacts, basically. Supposedly. Now, that said, I'm still going to take an extra Mark 37 because they have the ability to hit surface ships supposedly in this way if we don't have ships with a low enough draft. And for that reason, I'm actually going to let 2 tubes contain the Mk37 as well. And we'll set those to active as well. Okay. And actually, I'm going to have them run above the layer, just preemptively gearing them for attacks on surface ships. So we are going to the Greenland Sea. Let's go. And I did a little bit of more playing offline, like not recorded, and I had some problems still with the Skipjack. Wow, could that be it already? It must be. Yeah. That's the one, because the north one didn't look like it left Arkhangelsk. Oh my god, it could be this one. There's 3 of them it could be. It should actually show me which one it is. Okay, I think it's this one. I think we got our target. So, contacts bearing 325. Strange, although we came at it from, like, the south. They're actually to our west. No, that's northwest. That's acceptable. I was thinking this is 225. So, no surface duct, very weak thermal layer. Not good things, but just make do. 325. Break for ultra quiet. We have our contacts already. Go hard starboard. Full right rudder, just to put us on connection with these guys. We lost Sierra 1 and Sierra 2 at 305 and 325. Okay, so they're dead ahead, essentially. You know what we could do? We might as well go to periscope depth. What is the... It is a nice day out, which is not good for periscope visibility. We'll just check the conditions anyways when we get a little higher. It's not like this layer is going to protect us anyway. 94, I would say this is like average noise, maybe slightly more noisy than normal, but we need to be above 100 feet to launch our torpedoes anyway. So, let's see what we have. Sorry if you hear the neighborhood kids outside. I don't think that they're that loud right now, but they might be. I won't be breaching anymore. I think I'm going to pay, well, try not to. Be paying a little bit more attention to that. Should be good. Okay. Okay, we got our first contact. By the way, what is you? You are with radar, so you're some kind of war vessel. Let's see, I went the wrong way. We know it's not a submarine. Oh god, it's a Riga. Unfortunately, the Rigas are one of those ships which have too low of a draft to be targeted, I think. So we're going to have to use really early here. Why are we so detectable on passive? Oh, we're detecting them. Okay, of course. So let's try to narrow our radar profile, or sonar profile, just by turning into them a little bit. Pretty much matching headings to it. This is a pretty narrow view of us. They don't have much to our beam, but they're not getting the broadside of our ship. Okay, I think it's a Riga though. Yeah, it is. And we cannot be detected right now, which is awesome. So we know which way this Riga is going, which is away from us, but it's also going so quickly that we can't even detect it. I mean, we can't catch up with it without cavitating or losing her. And I kind of want to see where the rest of the ships are. So let's go ahead and raise our ESM mast briefly. I think we're going to find a lot of signals. Yeah, signal strength of 7. Visible, but not by much. I don't think that... Now, are we getting other contacts? I don't know if this thing is actually capable of detecting which direction the signals come from. That's how it is in 1984, but maybe the 68 version is not capable of doing this. So let's go ahead and just raise scope then. Up scope. Aha! Well, there's the Riga. If they're all going away from us, this could be amazing. Okay. That is the Riga. We now have another... What the heck? Oh, master one. There it is. Okay, this is what we need next. We don't know anything about it. Well, we have our periscope, silly. Very stupid here. Get over to the 3 area. So the Riga 324 is what we're looking for. Prepare. Find something on this bearing. Sea state is not favorable. I mean, very not favorable. Find anything? Do we find at least our contact at 289? Should be right around here. There she is. Okay, good. We got her. Yep, re-established with her. Now let's get this other one, Master 1, which is 324. Should be right here. Come on. Alright, we're gonna go up to 49 depth. There she is. Oh man, it's no. Okay, well, this is really our opportunity to test out the theory. These are both looking away from us, so that's the good news. The bad news is, to close enough with one of them, we have to get out of the baffles of the other. And I don't think that this is the end of the number of ships. So we're going to go down scope. We're going to attempt to go after this Pody first, which is, I think, the higher priority. So, lower depth. We're in the baffles anyway, but let's get below 100. Might even want to go below the layer. Okay, we're practically on the correct bearing. Good. This is... Okay, we're below the layer at 2/3. We're below 100 feet, I should say. Below the cavitation point for 2/3. And we'll get below 162. Okay, good. Now I don't think that there's going to be more than this. This is my hope, even. So let's go ahead and cavitate. Very dangerous, obviously, but with this arc, we should be able to get close enough to launch a torpedo that hopefully hits them. We are going to need passive sensors so that they don't become aware of us. If they do, well, actually, active should not. They can probably hear active even in their baffles, yeah, so have to be careful about this. So we're just going to hope that this works. If these guys do any kind of course corrections, or if they have anybody else listening besides these two, which we're just praying they don't, we will be detected, and we're going to have our hands full. At least that there's no ocean bottom we have to contend with, which means we can dive as deep as we need to try to avoid depth charges and whatever else. Okay, so let's try to make our distance... Okay, let's pretend we're launching something. Bearing is 325. Let's get more into that. Range right now is 12,000, much too much. I want to get down to like 3,000 yards. So we'll see how this happens. I will just look from this ship, from the external thing here, so that we can actually see how we're doing. I don't want depth charges to follow me without knowing, and now I'm going to try to go speed up. And we should be going more and more into the baffles of the Riga, which is good. Okay, should we test now? Should we check? It's been a little bit... Oh, yep, they probably detected us. Very ultra quiet. Let's come up to the surface and see what we can see. They probably have turned. So if we're in their baffles, they shouldn't have heard us, though. It must have been someone else who said, hey, there's something there. Could have been the case. We're waiting to even re-establish contact with these ships. Riga hasn't moved much. Okay, there she is. she's not able to detect us even with her active right now, which is good to know. Where's this Pody? Is the Riga, by the way, it looks like she's closing, but is the Riga, as soon as we get a better solution, capable of being hit by a torpedo? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay. Sierra 2. Oh, that's a problem. What are you? Oops. Wrong one. Probably not a submarine. Uh-huh. That is our refueling type thing. And probably what detected us, sadly. Actually, it doesn't have any means of doing so. So it couldn't have been that. Well, it's good to know more about it. Where is this Riga? Master 3. Still need to climb a little bit higher before we find out. I'm surprised this Pody's invisible to us. The Riga supposedly is still not capable of detecting us from the distance she's at. I'm gonna start to spin towards her because I don't know where this Pody is, but the threat we're getting is mostly the Riga. I think she's closing. Actually, we might just be adjusting the distance, but I think she's closing. She could be. And if she is, we need to find her and launch at her very quickly. Okay, hopefully that'll take us about to periscope depth. Alright, let's do it. Let's do the unthinkable and raise scope. Oh, there she is immediately. She is definitely coming at us. Give me this Pody. Where's the Pody? It was like, looks like, what, 3 something or other? Probably, oh, there she is. Nope, that's the end. Duima or whatever, the end is in. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, she could be a 3. She could be a 3. Oh, there she is. Come on, give me. There, we got her. We got her. And she's coming at us. Okay. Down scope. Look, we're not going to hit either of these, so we're going to go ahead and take evasive maneuvers immediately. We're going to try to get underneath these ships. I mean, I'm basically leaving it up that there's no hope for us to actually hit these ships with our Mark 16s. That's my intuition right now. This ship is so close to us, though. No helicopters in the air, which is good. Still not able to detect us. Man, their equipment is really terrible. Maybe I should take a swing at them. No, it's not worth it. Because if we get hit by depth charges, what we're going to do is we're going to use, we're definitely going to use these Mark 37s. So let's just get low. Can even increase slightly. We just want to drift behind into their baffles. Eventually they will be able to detect us, but hopefully by that point we can just go flank speed into their... It's crazy. This is going to be dogfight time. So I hope you're ready. It was nice and stealthy for, the first 50% of the mission, but the next is going to be a little bit crazy. I want to go just below 500, but not too... I mean, just about to 600. They're not quite capable of detecting us by active yet. By the way, I don't know why they'd be able to detect us more with active by us going faster. It does not make sense to me. Does not make sense at all. Okay, even out around here. And passively, she is more or less detecting us. Just waiting for the launches. That keel is so, I mean, draft is so shallow. And she's even riding it, looks like light. Alright, prepare to go. I think we have to go faster now. What's our speed? Alright, let's do it. Let's make ourselves heard. Actively, she can probably detect us anyway. Doesn't matter. And let's start turning into her. Just waiting for those depth charges. When we hear depth charges in the water, that's when we go flank speed and get ourselves out of here. She can hear us. She certainly can hear us at this point. And we're going to be a beam to her, which means that she's going to be able to detect us very easily. I think a beam is broadside. I might be using that term incorrectly. A sailor, I am not. I think we're detected, so let's go ahead and begin the evasive maneuvering. She is evasive maneuvering. Go ahead on flank. She's launching to the water. We will be avoiding. Now, which way is she gonna turn? I think these won't hit us, I'm pretty sure. So there's, oh god, there's depth charges in the water near us as well. Those did not hit us either. We're about to go right where I want to go, which is right behind her. Good luck detecting me now, Sonny. So let's probably spin really hard. Let's go full rudder left. If she continues her spin to the left, this is the best way for us to get into her bum, which is where we want to be now. Okay, we've detected her. Okay, this is where we want to very quickly climb up to the surface and launch our Mk37, hopefully, into her backside. Let's start using ballast instead of planes. And let's just launch at her right away. Okay. And hope, what the heck is going on there? It's got it, right? I don't know what she's doing. She's gonna go underneath. It's still guided so that we can bring her up. You'll be able to see what I mean by not being able to actually hit them. Okay, spin back. Okay. Well, it's just gonna go right underneath. Can we go any higher? We can. Good, let's do so. And she's speeding up. This is going to be a problem. Our torpedo is not able to actually keep up. So hopefully that she will lock on now. She has. So this is where she may or may not hit. I cannot do anything but let it go. I think it's going to hit. Ah! Ah! It did. Oh god, it worked. Okay, so that is how you can do it. You cannot hit them with your normal torpedoes, so we'll be loading a whole bunch of these. We may not be able to use anything but Mk37s for this whole series. Obviously, I want to start loading a whole bunch of these then. Now, we still have this Pody out here, who is probably very interested in vengeance. A bit of vengeance, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go flank speed and just get underneath immediately. Now, we're going to have to actually avoid the wreckage. Oh, she will also have to avoid the wreckage, though. And maybe we can even use the wreckage to our advantage. Okay, let's go ahead and dive deep. Like, what is her response going to be with a ship in front of her? Okay. Sinking a little bit too quickly. Is she going to run into that ship? Form a few knuckles. Explosions, yay. Let's get behind her. Lots of knuckles being formed. Surely she sees us. Yeah. Wow. Lots of explosions going on. Very cool. That is crazy. She just went right over her other ship. Like, right over it. We just need to get ourselves into her baffles. She is turning on a dime. My goodness. Okay, there she goes. It's actually almost problematic for us to turn back the other way, since we're going to have to do so avoiding a sinking ship, but she's going down. Okay, so let's get back to the other side. Perfect depth, this is just right below where you can actually go flank speed without cavitating. Probably going to slow down in a second just so I can get a read on where this WWIII-class is. Should have her now, actually. There she is. I just need to know, are we in her baffles? I mean, according to this, yes. Yes. Yes, we are. Okay, well, we're gonna do the same thing. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's not the right phrase. If at first, if it works, don't. If it's not broken, don't fix it. We're gonna have to get a little bit closer, though, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. They say she's far away, but I don't believe that. There she is. We got her now. Distance to target. Less than 1,000, but she's going. Okay, she's going 9. Oh yeah, she's. This is doable. She's gaining speed, so we actually have to keep up with her. Let's go. Get the horses going. Not gonna find us where we are. Closing. We need to wait for her to slow down, though. This is the dangerous thing, that when she slows down, we probably don't slow down as quickly. Could bump into her. Don't want to do that, obviously. And I think she... Okay, she's going 15, but I don't know what she's doing. 2/3, let's just go... She's up to more than that, so... Head standard. Just keep playing this game. Okay, let's prepare to launch this as soon as we get down to a low enough speed. She's looks like going slow enough we could actually pull this off. Okay, let's just get us a little bit below, and then hopefully she goes slow enough. Let's get you above the layer. Launch. And actually, let me just guide this thing. Why not? Since we... Oh, well, it looks like it knows where it's going to go. Oh, noisemaker. So they actually detected it, this one. It's still on the wire, though, so if we're lucky, we can... Hopefully it won't fall for the noisemaker. Please, just hit. to... It looks like it's not going to hit because it's just not fast enough. Wait a second. Hold your horses. 2 for 2? Could it be? No! It's underneath! Okay, got it. Now, let's just a formal note there that if I had attempted to catch up with it, I mean, with the torpedo, if I had taken manual control with the numpad, would not have been able to catch it. So let's go ahead and get ourselves up after this end is in, which is probably the only thing left in the area, I'm hoping. And we're just going to run flank right at her. We know that she can't get away very quickly. And we'll try to actually use our service to... But I can see this whole campaign is going to come down to the Mk37s and running into people's baffles, which is... I mean, this is a little bit unrealistic, right? You're starting to defy realism, in my opinion. But that's okay. Passing 100 feet, so we can actually use our torpedoes now. At this point, we can just run flank out. It's probably good with the ballast. Is that? No, not yet. Okay. A little bit more. We can slow down as well. Gotta go slow enough to catch up with this thing. Okay. Alright, let's raise periscope, ESMS first. 0 damage, yay! Alright, is this going to detect something? We might as well even just raise our radar, just for fun. It's not something you would normally do, but we already know everything that there is to know. There it is. We've reestablished contact with her. We're going to have to get close enough. We're currently in her blind side anyway. It doesn't look like there's any other ships out there. I mean, radar is going to be way more effective than periscope, but we'll still use the periscope just for fun. There she is, way over there. Just visual contact as well, why not? So she is detected by every means possible. She is going 14 knots, so she's really trying to get out of here. Okay, so let's get on her bearing, which is 263. Lower all the things. Flank speed. And let's catch up after her. That was me trying to go flank speed. Let's get down a little bit too. Okay, cue the Benny Hill music. There's not much to say at this point, just gotta catch up to her. So, I probably should do cuts in the video when this is happening. You know, it's not really interesting, is it? Alright, we're only going twice as fast as her, so we can probably safely bypass this. Let's rig for quiet running, ultra quiet, whatever it is in this game. And as soon as we get below 10 knots, well, we already detected her, but let's just see exactly how far away she is. Let's use our periscope, it's more fun, right? It feels more submariner of us. 257. That was a big one. There she is. Very close. Wow. Whoa. Wow. That's not right. 300. That doesn't make sense. Is that true? Is she? She is not that close, I'm afraid to say. That periscope does not appear to be sticking out of the water that much. Oh, is it? I guess it is. Yeah, we're being... This is bad sea state. Look at how high out of the water that is. Drop scope. Just in case she wasn't scared enough, which she probably knows there's a submarine tailing her. Alright, well, we probably could just use one of these, but let's see if we can get the Mark 16s to be useful at all. Let's just go flank speed, catch up with her. Just a little coarse jiggle there. Alright. Rigs for ultra quiet. And let's see what we can detect. Okay, yeah, she's like right ahead of us. I wouldn't all stop. I'm not even sure. We might be running into her. Emergency? Nah, don't worry about it. I don't even want to raise the periscope. I'd rather just get this detection the other way, but okay, fine. Let's do it. As soon as we detect her, there she is. Lower scope. I mean, is she gonna get... Could we do it this way? I guess let's just fire one for fun. Alright, I don't think this is where the torpedo's gonna hit. Probably gonna want to hit something like this. Okay, just raise periscope. Just do it for getting this thing a dead hit. Establish contact. Oh god. Alright, launch at this bearing then. Okay, well, let's reload then. I don't even know where we launched this one, but good luck to it. And let's look at the one that's not going to miss horribly. This one looks like it's on a good trajectory. Is she going to take evasive maneuvers? It's going to miss. It's going to miss. It's going to hit. Okay. It hit. And looks like she's going down. She is. Fantastic. Alright, so this was a very successful mission. Very long video as well. We're back in it, and we were actually able to hit with the Mark 16s, which is not easy. Normally you have to fire a spread. Now, I did fire a spread, but that's only because I'm an idiot. I accidentally right-clicked, which launched a torpedo away. So, let's go ahead and finish this one. There's weapons nearby. Okay, fine, but that's just because of me. So, wait. Lower scope. Raise the ESM mast. There shouldn't be anything left. Oh, they still didn't fix this bug. I thought they got rid of destroyed ships detecting via ESM, but I guess not. I read it in the patch notes. Maybe I forgot to update to the new, the best, nearest beta or whatever. Can we go now? Yes. Okay, leave combat. Sunk, sunk, sunk. Very good. Good to hear you intercepted and destroyed the enemy replenishment resources. Keep up the good work. Very good. So our next mission... Okay, warships retreat. Our next mission will be... Several attack submarines. Ah, yes, my favorite. Yes. Okay, is imperative. The SSNs are some... Ooh, Novembers. Okay, sail from Murmansk, and they're going to go to the North Atlantic convoy routes. So they sail from Murmansk, and they just head towards the open waters, I guess, the Atlantic. So this is going to be fun. I really like countering the submarines better, which means that we'll probably switch out for a few extra of these. Probably we'll just take 5. I don't see the reason why we'll ever be using Mark 16s at this point. So, alright, let's get over here. They're going to leave from Murmansk, which means I want to wait for them down here. But we're going to call this video to a close here. So, thanks for watching this one, and stay tuned for another exciting episode. Well, what I assume will be exciting against Wolfpack in the next one. Till then, take care.